better bring some heat. Hey, man, let's play for each other, man. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
This week on Titans All Access, double the Mac.
Yes! Not yes! Not yes! Hell yes!
Dave McGinnis is talking ball and going beneath the surface as the Titans prepare for the final game of the regular season. And a heart of gold.
And play like a girl is leveling the playing field for all these girls.
Derrick Henry uses his own daughter as inspiration to give back to girls in Nashville and beyond.
1, 2, 3, wow!
That's what's coming up and plenty more on this week's Titans All Access.
The franchise record for touchdowns. There he is, the Yulee Bulldozer, Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Chig Akakwo. The 10, spinning to the 5. Yes. Touchdown, Titans. Sacked. Tipped it back in bounds, and it's intercepted by Kalu. Welcome to the BetMGM studio and this edition of Titans All Access with Amie Wells. I'm Mike Keith. And guess who's here to talk ball with us, presented by Duncan, Coach Dave McGinnis. Coach Mac, welcome.
Well, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Mac, can you believe that we are approaching the last regular season game, and the only thing on the line is the AFC South title, a trip to the playoffs, little stuff.
Yeah, well, and that's where we are, so I love it. I love it. Let's go down there and do something really, really big, like win the game. Win the game, go to the playoffs. That's why we're all here, right? Let's do it.
So here's the question I've gotten from fans, and as a former NFL assistant and head coach, I want you to answer it for them. That is, they're saying, well, the Titans have extra time off. Why don't you just practice every single day? Why don't you take every moment that you can to get on the field and prepare for this game with Jacksonville? Explain why having a normal week of practice is the right thing to do.
Well, first of all, when you look at this roster, where they are health-wise, physically, you need as much rest and downtime as you can get, active recovery. Not just laying down resting, active recovery. That's what you need. The next thing you want to do is you do everything in rote order when you're getting ready for a ball game. So you don't really need to, this football team, you don't need to do any extra preparation. The main thing is your health, and then once you get on schedule with your preparation, everything flows. That's what you want. The extra time, Mike and Amie, is spent on getting your players as healthy as possible at this point in the season.
How much does it help that preparation that the Titans saw the Jags just 3 weeks ago?
It does a lot. I mean, it helps. Anytime you're going to play a division opponent for the second time, you've already got a pretty good book on them. You've got a good book on them from even the year before. But now they're playing a little bit differently because they've got a new head coach. Their quarterback's playing much differently right now. But at least you understand the personnel. You know their personnel. That's the hard thing about playing a team outside of your division or even outside of your conference is you don't know the personnel. It takes you a while to understand and to get people matched up with who they're going to be playing against. We know these people.
Do you think the Titans learned anything about the Jaguars in December 11th that maybe they didn't already know and can be useful this coming week?
No, absolutely. The first thing is you can see it on tape, but until you experience it personally, Trevor Lawrence is a different quarterback. He's a completely different quarterback. He's the engine that makes that thing go. So you understand the level that he's playing at right now. You also understand their defense is now playing really good complementary ball to the way Trevor Lawrence is running this offense. Those two things really help you. Now you know what your personnel matchups are, but the idea that Trevor Lawrence has made such a major jump from last year to this year, you can watch it on tape all you want, but until you experience it personally, you really don't know. Now you know.
Derrick Henry rushed for 121 yards in the first matchup against Jacksonville. Do you expect that the Jags are going to approach Derrick Henry a little bit different in this matchup?
No, they always approach it the same. Everybody we play approaches him the same. They walk their linebackers up. They load the front up. They will do it exactly the same way. They tried last time, to be able to stop him. The thing that stopped the Titans in the first matchup was turnovers. But Derrick Henry has run against loaded boxes, it looks like, since he was born. And so now he's going to be running against a loaded box against the Jacksonville Jaguars too. That's just life.
Do you expect the Titans will try to do some things differently against the Jags than they did on December the 11th?
Yeah, they will. I mean, the first thing they're going to do is protect the football, because that was the big mitigating factor in that ball game. The turnovers were the ones that crushed the Titans in that first ball game. So ball security, but yes, they'll have some different wrinkles for them just because you've had a chance now to play against this team. You did not win the game against this team, so you'll have some different things for them.
Finally, Coach, this is a win and you're in the playoff situation. I'm going to borrow one of your phrases. Is it hard to keep your powder dry when you're getting ready for a game of this magnitude?
Well, I mean, let me say this, Amy, and all games in this league have magnitude to them. But now we've come down to this, where this is win and you're in. That means everything. And so your focus should be laser focused all year, but now everything is on this. You can keep your powder dry, but the excitement level will be up quite a bit.
That's Serious Talkin' Ball presented by Duncan. Coming up on this edition of Titans All Access, we'll sit down with Titans emerging linebacker Monty Rice. But up next, more Coach Mack. He goes beneath the surface to look at 4 of the best plays from the Titans' recent game with Houston. Stay tuned.
This is Coach Mack. We're getting ready to go beneath the surface, powered by Microsoft Surface, beginning now. Today we're going to look at 2 plays offensively, 2 plays defensively from the game against the Houston Texans. First play we're going to look at, 1st and 10, 9:22 first quarter, ball's on the plus 48. Titans are in 11 personnel. They're in shotgun, and Austin Hooper now motions to the sideline. Houston is in a 4-man front, single high safety. Titans are in an offset back. They run a counter OT to the right side. Brewer and Daly pull, front side. Petit Frere and Roos do a great job of collapsing the defense down inside. Nice kick out by Brewer. Petit Frere and Daly block the second-level linebacker. Henry makes Petrie miss from the safety spot back deep. Woods and Hooper downfield. Excellent job of blocking downfield. And King Henry hits the accelerator, outruns everybody to the end zone for a 48-yard touchdown. This is 4th and 1, 13:01, third quarter. Ball's on the plus 47. Houston is in a shotgun, 11 personnel. Titans are in a 4-man front, motion across to make it a 3-by-1. You've got a nub side, backside tight end to the Titans' right side. Driscoll runs an RPO fake to the back. Keeps it to try to make the edge for the first down. Joshua Kalu does an exceptional job as he pressures the mesh point, reads it perfectly, sticks his foot in the ground, and works laterally back to the quarterback. Danico Autry displays great strength and agility with a 2-hand punch shed on the tight end, and he and Kalu make a picture-perfect vice tackle on the quarterback to deny the first down on a great 4th down stop. 3rd and 4, ball's on the plus 14, 9:23 third quarter. Titans are in 11 personnel. Hooper now motions out to the sideline and to make it a 2-by-2 alignment. Texans are in a 4-man front. Single high safety look. Counter OT fake by Willis to Henry in the shotgun. Same play Henry ran the 48-yard touchdown off of. Now the defense collapses on Henry. Willis keeps it to his left side, outruns number 93, runs through the arm tackle of number 2. Jordan Roos, with excellent strength and effort, gives a big assist to Willis as he spins him in the end zone for his first NFL touchdown. 4th play is 3rd and 13. Ball's on the minus 34. 7:29 the third quarter. Texans are in 11 personnel, 3-by-1 distribution, cut split to the single receiver side. Titans in a 4-man front. Titans move to a zone defense. Mills looks right, throws back to the single receiver side. Avery makes a fantastic break on the ball, punches it out from the receiver, and linebacker Jack Gibbons does a great job of breaking on the zone throw from backside coverage, follows the ball, and it rolls right into his arm for a critical interception.
Coming up on this edition of Titans All Access, Derrick Henry is using his platform to level the playing field for girls in Nashville and beyond. But up next, Mike Keith chats with inside linebacker Monty Rice to talk about his 2nd NFL season. More Titans All Access after the break.
Pizza was something that we naturally just loved, and we decided to take a stab at it.
Hey, I need some freaking pizza.
Be sure to check out Javon Curse at Slim & Huskies on Taste of Tennessee, exclusively on LG channels and LG OLED TVs.
Welcome back to Titans All Access from the BetMGM studio. Mike, Keith, you know what one of my favorite stories is?
Superman?
Oh, yeah, it's a great story. But no, I'm thinking more the story of Monty Rice.
Oh.
Because we've seen pictures of him at his first NFL game ever, just being a fan. And you know what game he's at? A Titans game.
A Titans game.
And now here he is playing for that same team. And Mike, he's making an impact.
He's making a big impact. Last year, the Huntsville native played in 10 games for the Titans before an Achilles injury ended his campaign. It's been a road back, but now number 56 is on the field and making it happen, seemingly getting better every single week. We talk about him coming to Nissan Stadium, the injury, the fight back, and who he wants to be in this week's Nissan Insider. Why does the game mean so much to you?
Because you get to play with your brothers, you get to play with people who love the games just as much as you do, and it just makes it special.
I've seen you in practice, and I've even seen you in pregame warm-ups. Sometimes pop a guy a little too much. Do you get, is it just the overall enthusiasm of all of it? Is the opportunity to be out there? What gets you so fired up? What gets you so excited?
Because I've been playing this game since I was 9, and I just want to have fun with it. And sometimes in warm-ups, I'm a little too juiced up, like naturally, and I might knock the hell out of somebody by accident. So, but just getting ready for the game.
Do you have to apologize?
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, my bad.
The thing about how you hit people, I mean, there is a force with you. My broadcast partner, Coach Dave McGinnis, who coached linebackers in the league for 30 years, he says you're a heavy player. Everything you do is a heavy hit. Why do you think that is?
I mean, to be honest, my goal is not to smack people all the time. I'm just trying to make the tackle. And if I happen to smack you on the way to doing that, it just happens. It just happens. But I'm just trying to be a sure tackler and make plays in space because that's what today's game is. You know what I mean? And sometimes in coverages, you're matched up on a guy who is faster than you, quicker than you, and you got to use your technique and fundamentals of what you've learned and been coached to do to be able to make up for that discrepancy.
We know the stories about you coming to Nissan Stadium as a kid from Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
What are your best memories of that?
I remember it was Peyton Manning, it was Sunday Night Football, Reggie Wayne, Dallas Clark, Van and Bosch, Bullock, Cortland Finnegan, Michael Griffin. I remember it was yesterday, and I was like, I'm just sitting in the stands man, I'm gonna be playing. I ain't say I was gonna be at the Titans, but I'm like, man, I'm gonna be playing, in the NFL one day, you know what I mean? I just knew it since I was 9, honestly. And so, it's crazy to now be not watching, but actually playing, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy how it just came to full circle like that.
That's remarkable because, here you are with the Tennessee Titans, wearing number 56, playing against the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday Night Football in primetime for the whole country to see. And you expected it?
I know how hard I work, you know what I'm saying? I know my capabilities. And I played at one of the best schools in the world, for college football, and that's Georgia. And I think we all know that. You see the players coming out of there. So, you know what I mean? And I just know my capabilities, and it's my mindset. That's just how I roll. That's just how I was brought up from kid to James Clemens to now to college. That's just how it's been.
Monty, you realize that's an incredible story, though, that you've come from there, sitting in the stands, said I'm going to do this, visualized it, and then made it happen. So with something that remarkable, what would you say to a young person who wants to chase any sort of dream like that, football or otherwise?
Yeah, I always hate when people, coming up when you're playing sports, people you need to have a plan B, you know what I mean? But how I look at it is when somebody wants to be a doctor or a lawyer, nobody tells them to have a plan B, you know what I mean? And with me saying that, what I'm trying to say is don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's up to you, that person, to get up every day and, chase what they want to chase. You know what I mean? Nobody else can control that but God. So honestly, obviously, all us football players, we get a lot of doubt from people about having plan Bs, and I'm not going to play scared. I'm not going to flinch, and I'm just going to roll. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to roll, and whatever happens, happens.
That's why you're going to be a great linebacker in this league. You're a good linebacker, but you expect to be a great linebacker.
100%.
After the break, another Titan, Derrick Henry, honors Play Like a Girl. See that and more from the BetMGM studio when Titans All Access continues. Welcome back to Titans All Access from the BetMGM studio. Derrick Henry uses his fame for a variety of causes. He's reaching out all the time to try to make a difference.
And one of those causes is leveling the playing field for girls around Middle Tennessee by partnering with Bridgestone and Play Like a Girl.
Play Like a Girl was started in 2004 by cancer researcher and philanthropist Dr. Kimberly Clay. In this particular piece, Dr. Clay takes the time to talk about Derrick's impact on Play Like a Girl and how his own daughter serves as his motivation.
Derrick reflects the heart of who the Titans are, personified. The game on Sunday, but it's so much bigger than that. It's an investment in our community. This is a pillar of who we are as Nashville, the Music City. How could you have Music City without the Titans? It's impossible. Derrick really represents what we know to be the heart and soul of our hometown team.
Round of applause for Derrick Henry for being here.
And Play Like a Girl is leveling the playing field for all these girls that can do great things in this world.
Play Like a Girl is crucial to girls' long-term life success, to level the playing field for girls, not just in sport, but also in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So the work that we are doing in collaboration with Derrick and Bridgestone is about bridging that gap, making the difference in the lives of young women.
Hey, excellent, congratulations. Very good, all right.
He's really been actively involved in the work that we're doing with the Girls that Strive. He plays building things, he plays doing experiments, seeing real elements of STEM come to life. And I think it's really important because he represents so many ideals for so many of the kids at that school.
And I know my daughter one day will, be in these girls' shoes, and hopefully one day the girls in here will inspire her to do something special.
When he and I sat down and talked about what matters in his life, he talked about family and faith and how it fuels what he does and how he gives back in his community.
And without women, I wouldn't be able to go out on Sundays and play at a high level each and every week.
Derrick Henry is one of the kindest, sweetest, most respectful young men that I know. A person of great character and a huge example, an important example to young men and young women everywhere.
Yeah, and it's important. Just right. That's a good job.
He epitomizes integrity as the example for so many kids to see and so many adults even to give them hope to keep going.
I think you all can accomplish anything you want if you just have a mindset.
Derrick reassures them that it's possible, that anything you dream is possible if you put the work to it. He sees it as an obligation for him to lift women, to create space for women, to open the door for women, to ensure that women have a place at the table.
Play like a girl on three. You ready? 1, 2, 3, yeah!
That's what he represents for me, hope for generations to come. But certainly generations that live alongside of him today.
As a part of the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, fans are encouraged to participate in Nationwide's 8th annual charity challenge. Titans fans can vote on Twitter by using hashtag WPMOY challenge and either his last name, Henry, or his Twitter handle, @KingHenry_2. If Henry's unique mention is used the most between December the 6th and January the 8th, he will receive a $25,000 contribution to the charity of his choice. So log on to Twitter and vote today. Want to get closer to the next Titans game or get on the field? Place your bids now for special VIP on-field experiences at Nissan Stadium during Titans home games, or bid for truly unique Titans autographed items. Plus, 100% of your bids will support the Titans Foundation, to serve communities throughout Tennessee. Just log on to auctions.tennesseetitans.com to place your bids and tighten up.
Welcome back to the BetMGM studio. It is time for the Hughes and Coleman decision of the week. And Mike, this one feels like a no-brainer. It's the decision to sit some of the Tennessee Titans starters during the game against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, no-brainer, absolutely. The Titans have no choice but to be as healthy as they can possibly be for next weekend's game against Jacksonville, which will decide the AFC South. The other part of it, too, is you want some guys to get better who have been continually banged up in the 2022 season. So not only protecting them from injury, but helping them to get better. You couldn't sit everybody, but some guys who need to be a big factor next weekend in Jacksonville, you want to make sure they are right. I think it was an easy decision.
Absolutely. You want to have as many guys as possible when the Titans roll into Jacksonville.
Yeah, because it is for a playoff spot and the number 4 seed in the AFC. Whoever wins that game will have a chance to have a home game the weekend of January 14th through the 16th.
Do you get excited just talking about
Yes.
it? I do too.
Yes, it's going to be a big game next weekend. On next week's edition of Titans All Access, we will preview every single part of it, we promise. This weekend, however, the Titans get a chance to breathe a little bit, having played on Thursday night. And so it gives us a chance to wish all of you Happy New Year.
Very Happy New Year indeed. And it's about time to get ready.
And when we come back, it'll be 2023, and a playoff spot will be on the line. For Amie Wells, I'm Mike Keith. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.